Welcome back to all our attendees. Our next speaker, Mr. Srini Dokka, Vice President of Sales, Europe, Middle East, and Africa at MSBdoc, speaking on today's topic, Smart Document Solutions for Free Zone Sector. Over to you, Srini.
Thanks, Malvin. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope all are safe and fine in these difficult times. I think we should thank the Digital Enable Summit, because we are talking about the digital enablement, and we are apt to these the presentation. We're talking about the complete paperless office. So before I start the presentation, I just want to give a brief about our company. MSB, which stands for My Signature Book, started around 15 years back in US, headquartered in California. Our first customer was Pfizer. In fact, we have developed our digital signature workflow-based application to Pfizer around 15 years ago. And Pfizer has been with us from all these years. And today, Pfizer is using our application across the globe. And I would say like a feather and cap recently, or rather like Pfizer has used our application for their end-to-end COVID vaccine trials. And out of 10 large pharmaceutical companies globally, 8 are our customers. And apart from that, we also have a lot of other customers like Honda Motors across India is using our application, and Mitsubishi, Roche, Johnson & Johnson, and Al Masood in UAE, and in Oman, we have many other customers who are using our application. So if you see our technology partners, we are partnered with Gemalto, TSB, NSDL, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, SharePoint, Salesforce, Box, Document, because these are all out-of-box integrations we have readily available with our product. And being in a digital signature space, like our product is highly regulated by the various regulatory compliant bodies across the globe, and we are compliant with the EIDS, GDPR, FDA, HIPAA, EU-US, and also our product is ISO 27000 certified. And we are also mentioned in Gartner. In e-signature vendor, we are among the top 3 e-signature vendors in Gartner Peer Insights. And then Hypercycle mentioned as the signature solution for clinical document automation. In fact, we are the only company mentioned by the Gartner in the clinical document solution. And in the market guide, vendor of choice for life sciences is mentioned. Okay, so when we talk about the free zones and the ports, we see a lot of paper trials happens between one department to other department for the licenses, for the certificates issuance, for approvals. So various process would be there. So we are cutting down the entire time given, or for the bringing down the automizing the entire process by implementing the document smart document solution. It's like, in other words, it's called as paperless office. So if you see in normal procedure, like we create a document, prepare, print it, and then send it for signature, then mail it or scan it and fax it. So you can completely eliminate the entire processes which is involved in the normal manual process. Like you just can scan the document or a PDF, sign the document, send it to the third party, or it's outside the organization or within the organization. They will sign the document and send it back to you. And this document is completely tamper-proof and secured. So one of our customer and said like this numbers are given by them. They said like average cost to file a document, it costs $20. And it says 90% of the companies still rely on the paper-based processes. So 61 trips a typical office worker makes to fax machine, printer, copy. So this is the out of our experience talking to our customers, it has been mentioned here. So you can completely eliminate these hassles when you digitize your entire process. And what is the benefit you get once you implement MSB? One is 80% increase in employee productivity, easy tracking and monitoring of progress of agreements, 10x faster turnaround time in preparing and signing, and no back and forth routing, making corrections on the go. Human errors reduced from 25 to 2.5%, and easy search and retrieval of past documents. Most importantly, going green, but it's far more than just saving paper. So what makes us stand out in the crowd? One is much more than signing, customization as per your requirements and your needs, integrating with your existing ERP systems or any other third-party applications you want to integrate. Yes, we are there. And it's completely customer centricity. And we also support multi-languages. In fact, our Arabic version is also ready and out now. And we have a dedicated call center which supports our global customers 24/7, 365 days. Okay, and then I was mentioning earlier also, it's how do we stand alone? First thing is it's a tamper proof and it has got an audited trial. Any person who receives the document for signature, so whatever he does on the application, it has been recorded. So it has the complete end-to-end audit trial of the documents. And then second is the tamper proof. Once a PDF document is signed, if someone try to tamper or try to alter the document, it would say it's the document has been altered after it has been signed. So hence the document is null and void. So it has the complete security features to it. And then integration, it's a readily available APIs with all the integrations with the box, Documentum, SharePoint, and Dropbox. So for example, if you want to store all your documents within your SharePoint once all the documents have been signed, yes, you can do that. And as I mentioned earlier, we are highly regulated by the various regulatory compliance bodies, and we have a stringent audit happening very frequently by these regulatory bodies. And then document collaboration using Team Room. Team Room is nothing like our Google Docs. So any person who's putting a comment on the document, it gets registered and that can be shared with another person, and then that has an audit trail of the same documents. And it also has hybrid signature solutions like electronic signature. It supports the digital signatures. I mentioned here other. In fact, we are also went live with Oman PKI, both smart card as well as the mobile PKI now. And then we have a ready APIs with the ready integration with SAP, Salesforce, Freshworks, etc. And its workflow and document templates are already inbuilt. And any complex workflows can be created, and it's a one-time activity. For example, an HR wanted to have a standard workflow process need to be created. It's a one-time activity create, and just to select the HR workflow, it would automatically get the document delivered to all the people which are in the workflow. The same it happens with the finance, with the procurement, or any other departments, or the operations department, any department. Just you create a workflow for the first time and then you can start using it. And it also has ad hoc workflows. Probably we might send an emergency document to a government entity. So probably it might not be there in a regular workflow. Nothing to worry. Just get ad hoc, send the document on the fly to the designated people. And our focus on compliance and security is showcased by innovations like top tier ID verification and global compliance measures. So the reason why I've been mentioning about the compliance. What is the reason? Because like when we're talking about the digital signatures, it has to have an authority which authenticates the authenticity of the document and the application. So we comply with all this, the global compliance agencies. And I could say like we take pride in that, like many of our competitions does not have many of the compliance. Okay, and we also have a ready out of the box validation so that it makes the life of an IT person when we go for an implementation, it's just a plug and play kind of a things. And every product release, we document it very well and validate and audit to add transparency to the development process. And as I mentioned, like it's much more than signatures. So we have a team room, we have a stamp paper, web forms, ID verification. So I'll start from the web forms. For example, like if you want to onboard a customer, maybe let's take a free zone scenario. Someone wants to set up a company in the free zone company. Initially, they make an inquiry. So you need to publish an application form. Normally, you have to download, fill the application form, sign and submit. So here what we do is we have published a web form. So So where he can key in all the information in the web form, like his name, address, the location where he wants to set up in a free zone company, and what kind of facilities he is looking for, and then the nationality of the person of coming from, and then he would create all in the web form as per your standard application form, and then he would sign the document, and also has the facility to attach the required document like his passport copy, his financial credentials, everything would be done. And then when it comes to the ID verification, so we have a seamless integration. So for example, he's uploaded the passport. So we have a machine reading capability, OCR capability. So it will verify the document which has been uploaded, the passport. So it verifies and does the verification as well. And coming to the stamper, probably some documents might need to have a stamp paper attached from the Chamber of Commerce. So probably they can also get that attested from this Chamber of Commerce, and then can be uploaded as well. And then coming to the team rooms, like as I mentioned, like in team rooms, like a document has been sent to the free zone authority, and the free zone authority says, hey, some of the points you mentioned here are missing. So could you attach them and send it again? So that the comment has been registered in that, and then once it come back, the person who has applied for setting up a company in the free zone, like he would add his comment and send it back. So all these comments will be registered and documented, so that it is a complete audit trail of the entire process is covered. And then I just mentioned about the web forms. So streamline your form filling process and create user-friendly forms with MSBdocs. Optimize conversion, mitigate errors, business credibility, document verification. So you will be taking care of the entire process with hassle-free, and then the onboarding process also becomes very easy, and then verification also be done seamlessly, and then one person to the another person would be sent automatically once the person approves or initiates the document or signs his consent of the document. And once the final destination is reached, the document has been verified, and you can send back a communication to the customer saying that your company has been opened or with its own name, and you can visit the office for other formalities for the discussion and all. So that you can eliminate the entire initial process of 10-15 days to cut down to in a day or so. So that you can onboard more and more number of customers, you can attract more and more investments in the free zones. When we talk about the industry specific use case across the enterprises, like as I mentioned, like it's a free zone and ports, manufacturing and quality, real estate, BFSI, automotive. So this product can be used across board, wherever you can think of in a paper trial, be it an educational department, educational institute, or in a pharmaceutical company, or in a hospital, or in a healthcare institute, or anything you can think of wherever there's a workflow is there, the paper trail is there. So we are there everywhere, and we have the references all over the verticals mentioned here. And then the functional use cases within the industry vertical, like this can be used across the procurement department, the legal, the finance and government, IT department, human resources, onboarding, and the compliance. So you have this application can be used across the enterprise verticals. So you don't need to shy away from the other departments where you can use this application. And then in free zone and port zone process, the complex would be the contract management, the bill of lading, and the service invoice signing. So these would completely eliminate the lengthier processes. So today we talk about the many ports across the globe. They said like their document processing is very quick and fast. They don't take much time, so that the vessels waiting in the dock, because unless the documentation is completed, the vessels cannot be offloaded. So the more you offload the vessels, and you get the more and more customers. So I know Oman has been one of the friendly neighboring countries, and it's going to be one of the logistics hubs for the region. So this would help the entire the port and the free zone fraternity to improve their processes, and then can attract more and more investments into this. And then, in fact, I've just already mentioned about this, the process, and it's we already mentioned here. If you see the contract, once the contract has been sent, and it can be filled in the web forms, and then go to the team room, the collaboration, and then the signer would sign the document, upload if any necessary documents has to be done, then the ID verification would be done, which I mentioned, the OCR facility, and the entire document which has been uploaded would be converted to a hash algorithm, which is completely in using the crypto we use for this, so that it's a tamper-proof document it becomes, and then it would, the hash would be going, and then the encryption would be done by using the private key, and then it goes into the network, and the documents would be digitally signed, and then it would get decrypted by using a public key, and then hash and the verify. So the entire process, if you see, right from the onboarding of whether it's a contract or as a bill of lading or a service, to last mile to the verifier, the entire process if can be completed in a day and a maximum time, so that you can onboard as many as customers and clear the files in a faster manner. And benefits, yes, it reduces the 40% of the cost, 50% increase in efficiency, and reduce legal risk and ensure compliance, because all these digital signatures or electronic signatures are permissible in court of law, and the person who is initiating the document, or the person receiving and signing the document, the complete details of the person would be stored, their MAC address, time stamping, the IP address of the person. If you want, you can have an additional layer of multi-level authentication you want to have. You can add to that document by protecting the password, or by sending an OTP to the registered mobile number or to an email ID. So the entire transaction is completely safe and secure. And yeah, more when we are talking about the global warming, and also we have, as a global citizens, we have the responsibility of saving the environment. So by using this kind of applications, you would be saving a lot of trees, and because by eliminating the paper. And some of the mentions about our product, about the Gartner PSS, best and well organized application, simple and easy to use, must have solution for digital signature, great features and integrations, and nevertheless easy to use. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please, I'm there to respond to you. And if you want to have a product demo, you can get in touch with our ODP team, so they will inform us for the detailed product demonstration. Over to you, Melvin.
Thank you, Srini. So if there are any questions, we will pass it on to you, Srini, and then you can reply back to them.
Yeah. Thank you, Melvin. Thank you very much.
This is a reminder to all our attendees. The contest is going to close soon. So please kindly participate in the contest and win the exciting gifts. All right, we will be back with the next speaker. Thank you.